Sean Neville. We're back here at the Yentile Farm Recreational Facility. It's October. A lot has changed here since our last update a few months ago. We're here with the town engineer, Paul Looney. Paul, get us up to speed on what's been going on these past month or two.
Thanks, Sean. It's been really exciting these last couple months. I think the last time you were here, we had everything at subgrade, and we were getting ready to install some of the more prominent features at the site. And in just 2 short months, I think you can see behind me, we've made a lot of progress. Contractors has been outstanding. Their workmanship has really shown through on this. I'm very, very pleased with the way everything's been coming out, and happy to report we're also on schedule. It's always the most important thing, I guess, right? But turf field is all complete. I think when we talked last time, I had mentioned that the contractor's strategy here was to kind of work their way out of the complex, which they've done. So they held to that schedule. They finished the turf field, which we'll go take a look at. You can see the playground apparatus, they're all installed. We're going to put some finishing touches around the surfacing there, that's just going to happen on Monday. All the walkways are installed. The flat work around the concession stand and the pavilion, or will be the concession stand and pavilion. All the walkways around the event lawn. And you can really, what's really striking at this point is the plantings. We wanted to hit, obviously, this growing season for installing all these plants. With the recent rainstorms we've gotten and all this sunshine during the day, you see things have really popped at the site. And it's tough I have a job to do here, of course, with quality control and construction management, but it's tough to not just admire how beautiful everything's coming out.
I mean, that's the biggest.
2, 1, go! No way! Great job, girls! Terrific! Terrific! That's the way! All right! Girls, if you can carry your buckets over and come back, because we're missing one group from this organization. I haven't seen any coaches out there yet. Let's get some coaches. Wait a minute, we're gonna get the athletic director in here. This is all his idea, you know. 3, 2, 1, go! All right, that's a way. Good job. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming, girls. Thanks so much.
Oh, we got the athletic director in here too. Tim, nice to see you again. That whole team showed up, which is fantastic. I think it's great.
My name is Rich Kennedy, and I am the proud president of the Angel Fund. Seeing a turnout like this absolutely stirs my heart. It's spectacular. My journey is that I lost my dad to ALS way back in 1989, and then we got floored when I lost my younger brother Jimmy 7 years later. Don't feel sorry for me because I was just diagnosed, but things like this make me feel so much better. Every day, every week, every step, we're getting closer and closer and closer to a cure. And please feel great knowing that an event like this, for every penny you guys raise, goes directly to Dr. Brown, the world's leading ALS researcher, who's very likely going to save my life and save the life of my kids after me.
Bottom of my heart. And I was told to give the crowd some hope. And one of the biggest therapeutic tools that I use in staying clean is I write poetry. And that's something that's helped me over this time. And I go around and I perform. And I want to do this piece to try to get some hope to you guys. It's called Miracle, but I need some crowd participation. Can I have that? Can I have that a little bit louder than that? There we go. Every time I say IMA, I need everybody in this crowd to scream out Miracle. Can you do that? IMA? Miracle. Wow, you guys can get louder than that. I want everybody up there to hear us. IMA? Miracle. IMA? Miracle. IMA? Miracle. A beautiful soul, living, breathing, standing on stage, screaming out for joy. Not only was I lucky enough to make it to this beautiful place, so was my little girl and boy. We're given a once-in-a-lifetime chance, so stop saying I can't when faced with any obstacle. Because lately I've been feeling unstoppable, so don't tell me to give up on my dreams, and what I'm trying to be is impossible. I'm possible.
It's a really, it's a community event. It brings businesses and the residents together. It's a lot of fun, and we're glad to be holding it again this year.
That was Chief Bergonis, and now we're going to take a look at some of the events that he just talked about.
That's great. And Jen, tell us about your various roles here in Wilmington.
So I've been in Wilmington, this is the start of my 12th year in Wilmington. I started as a team chairperson at the special education department. And then after having a couple of children, I returned to the district and was the director at the Boutwell Early Childhood Center. And I've just recently started in my role on July 1st as Director of Student Support Services for the district.
So Jen, can you tell us a little bit about Student Support Services, what your office does for Wilmington?
Sure, absolutely. So our office is comprised of a couple of different areas, and all the areas are to support students. Special education is probably the largest component of what we do on a daily basis, but we work with Alice, and that falls under the umbrella of behavioral health, guidance, preschool programs, English language learners, and children who might be on 504 accommodation plans. And that's all falls under Student Support Services. And but I have a great team of people who I work with daily to just check in on different things. They're out in the schools managing things, and I just check in when I have to. But it's an exciting position.
Yeah, you guys do a great job.
Welcome to I've Got a Theory. I'm your host, Zachary Weinstein. Normally when we think about the world of tomorrow, we think about hypothetical futures which might not even have a chance of happening. It could be decades or centuries before this future has a chance of happening because we don't know if the technology will make an impact on the future. Well, today I'll be talking about a new technology which will cause a new breakthrough in science and will change the human genome forever. It's called the genetic revolution. Imagine being born at the very beginning of the information age and being told that you will own a handheld device which can fit in your pocket, millions of times more powerful than computers today, and everybody will be connected through a worldwide service which can be used to send information and can be used also for entertainment. This seems like another one of those.
This wall is a representation, a memorial, if you will, made by Operation Home Ties. Gina Johnson is an artist from Woburn, and she has made it a project to sketch every member of the military that has passed away since 9/11 from Massachusetts. It's a powerful display. She has a moving wall that we help take her out and get the word out. But it's a beautiful memorial to all the young men and women that have died since 9/11. Unfortunately, there are quite a few up there suicide, and that's a big problem right now with veterans. We have approximately 22 veterans a day are committing suicide. That's why we wear the black ring, to bring awareness to that. And again, unfortunately, we have some more to add to the wall. But it's a powerful display. We also have the pictures up there that maybe get some pictures of the Wilmington kids. And again, unfortunately, we have to add a couple more of those. But it's just, it's a powerful reminder of what these kids go through, whether it's multiple deployments, coming back and struggling with different issues. And that's one of the main things we do in this office, is help them get through the maze of the VA and get the help they need and help them get work.
and welcome to WCTV's Candidate Conversations. I'm your host, Rob Peterson. This series will be an introduction to the candidates running for Selectmen and School Committee in 2016. Our guest today is Julie Broussard, who will be running for School Committee. Thank you for coming in, Julie.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to start this out very informal question and answer session. Allow the voters of Wilmington to get more acquainted with you and the work you've done thus far on the school committee. So as a first question, how long have you served in the school committee and why are you seeking re-election?
Sure. Well, I am quickly wrapping up my third year of being on the school committee, so I am seeking my second term. Interestingly enough, if you asked me 4 years ago, are you interested in running for public office, I might have laughed a little bit. But after careful consideration when I was approached, I said, well, geez, why not? This might be a good opportunity.
We reached out to our web partners to solicit questions from the general public. Our question for this debate comes from the Wilmington Apple and reads as follows. Traffic in Wilmington can be terrible, whether it be rush hour on one of the town's main roads or a quiet residential streets being used as cut-throughs, the complaints are countless. As a selectman, what can you do to help solve some of Wilmington's traffic and driver safety issues? For this question, I'm going to ask Mr. Kyra, followed by Mr. Bendel, and then Mr. Levino, you'll be third in line for this question.
Traffic is an issue, there's no question about it. Wilmington is located in a great spot. We have 4 exits off of 93. We are a cut-through town, there's no question about that as well. There is an article that's coming forward that's appropriating $53,000 for a traffic intersection study. And I think we need to see what happens on that regard and see how that would change the traffic flow in various areas of our community. So we'll see when that takes effect.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kyra. Mr. Bendel.
Certainly, I would agree that the traffic is definitely a problem, but there's a reason why people come to Wilmington every day. It's a great place to live and a great place to work, so it's certainly a problem we're probably going to have going forward.
We are talking about early voting. This is new this year. This is not absentee voting. This is early voting. Tell people what this is.
The legislature passed a bill last year for early voting. It was part of the large omnibus election bill. And there's about 36 other states in the country that already do this. So Massachusetts is joining the other states. And basically, it's going to start on Monday, October 24th. And we will be open on Monday from 8:30 in the morning until 7 p.m. And Town Hall is the designated early voting site. All precincts to early vote will come to Town Hall. And then Tuesday through Friday of next week, we will be there 8:30 to 4:30. And then we will also be there on Saturday, October 29th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. doing early voting. So if you feel that you can't wait in a line or you just want to vote because you can now, you can come on down on Saturday. You know, we encourage folks to come down, voters, and cast their ballot early. And then
I'm mostly into landscape type flying, and I like doing landscapes and scenery type things.
Yes.
I really don't like going near people, which is really...
Well, that's good, because that would be a
yeah,
problem.
Yeah, it can give you a close shave if things don't go out properly.
You know what, let's stop you right there and let's take a look at some of your work
Okay.
so folks can see what you're talking about.
Sure.
So we're going to take a look and see some of Jamie's beautiful work. This is footage of Wilmington that you shot
yes,
recently.
this was Silver Lake. I wanted to do this piece to show the how much the water has receded
Right.
due to the drought this year.
All right, let's take a look at this.